Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Today's battle's on the Mali map, and we've got Cthulhu from 40 W8 clan, again, second in a row from the same clan. If you're not aware, Cthulhu is one of the callers for the ANZPL, so you can watch that on the Twitch channel for World of Tanks ANZ. So check that out when the Premier Leagues are playing. He's a good caller. Yeah, he's a good player as well. Anyway, he's in the IS-7. It's one of the oldest tier 10 tanks in the game. It's one of the, it was my first tier 10 tank myself, and still got a great gun and armour, and quite mobile. Anyway, heading to the hill. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit to get him to the hill faster before there's any action. So that some of the tanks are up the top here. We'll get back to normal. Yeah. Alright, so it's actually made it to the front. That's just showing you the speed of the IS-7. You can actually do 50 k's across ground given a bit of help. Anyway, 130mm gun, and he's just using standard rounds at the moment. Given this is an all tier 10 game, so just shows how well he knows the tank. Looking for the weak spots. There's a side-up turret there on the 277. No, it's turned his turret so far, and you can see he's bounced quite a few rounds already. Puts a shot to the crunny up at his side a little bit too far, so took advantage of that. So very good thinking there. That front alarm on the Chronovagon quite strong. Oh, there he goes, taking some damage from Arty. Well, 3 Arty each side. So is this on Hong Kong? That's a good question. Could well be with the ping. Yes, I'd say Hong Kong tends to be a bit of an arty fest, and here comes another round. Luckily just hits his tracks. Leopard 1 decides to run away, but not fast enough. Gets a nice shot in the rear from Cthulhu, and he's got a VZ-55 here he can finish off, although he's taken up a nice position behind a dead tank, so good play there by that player. Can he get the commander's hatch? There's quite a lot of holes in the top of that VZ-55, but no, that one didn't go through. But nonetheless, just sitting on 2 cave damage so far. VZ goes down, and they're already 4 tanks up. So doing well so far as a team. They really rifle stomped the hill. Now this is 277 defending, but the issue with coming down off the hill here is, of course, is what's in the forest ready to shoot at you that you can't see. It's a side shot there on the 277, but looks like it went into the tracks, and he's no longer a target. So still a few tanks visible, but the one he wants to hit is another round in that Leopard 1, which he should get, and he does, nicely loops around. It's not a very high velocity round, but nonetheless, if you are experienced with it, you'll know how far to lead it. Anyway, time to get off the hill. There are 6 tanks in front. Yeah, let the CS-63 go first, that's good tactics. And the CS-63 going straight for a rock, so alright, there wasn't too much in the way of spotting there. Yeah, so here we go into the forest. So already got 2k of spotting damage here, or assisted damage, so nice rounded numbers there. 2.5k of damage, 2.5k blocked, and nearly 2.5k of spotting. And there's the first Arty, fires on the move, and it goes into the tracks. That's a bit annoying. These tanks are just melting in front of him. And he's already 4.6k of assisted damage. He's picked up all his spotting damage by simply being at the front. Still got his armour. And what you want to do with this tank, given it's a pike nose, is you don't want to over angle, because you'll just basically offer a flat side of your frontal armour to the enemy. Keep it front on as much as possible. Gets a nice shot there into the T-62A. Picks up 1400 spotting damage. 7,000 spotting damage already. This is an amazing game. There's only 2 tanks left in the battle now. There's an E3 who, oh, he's visible. Is he getting a shot from him? Could be obliterated. No, not quite. No, E3 wouldn't be able to take him out. So he puts a shot towards him, picks up some nice spotting damage, and the E3's gone. Unfortunately, didn't add to his damage total there. And that is the end of the game. That is a rapid fire game, but look at that 8k of spotting damage. Well, that nice little rampage earned him the S-Tanker Mastery Badge. He also got the Steel Wall for blocking damage, and the Confederate Award for damaging tanks that were then killed by his team. but the major thing here is how much assisted damage got. So 8k of assisted damage and 3.5 of his own, so that's 11.5k of combined damage. So it would really help your MOE scores there. So he's finished well on top of base experience with 1300 base. That was really good for tier 10, and he wasn't top damage there, but no one was really that far away. So the chieftain there got 3.7. That was the highest there on that side, and on the enemy side, yeah, well, it sort of explains their collapse. No one got even 2k on the enemy side. So a bit of a whitewash, but that certainly happens. Anyway, 11 shots fired, 9 hits. That's not bad for the IS-7 gun. 7 penetrations. That got him his damage total, and he did get hit a few times, but only 2 penetrations. So luckily, that was a good game for him. In any case, he was running a premium count and firing predominantly, if not completely, his standard ammunition. So his any other real costs for his standard consumables. So really economical there, and made a tier 10 a profit of 69k. No, you cannot beat that for tier 10. That's really excellent. Anyway, great game there, Cthulhu. Thanks for the content. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please put that on your to-do list. We'll have more great content to follow, and thanks very much for watching.